Right, Mark, incredible to think last time we spoke, March the 7th, you just come off the back of a fantastic win, 2-0 at the champions Swindon Town.
You're only as good as your last game, Ash,
Yeah.
so they say, so I'm going to take that one,
Yeah. What have you been doing in your time off, and how difficult has it been for you personally?
I think you try and be productive, don't you, and try and look at things that were good, things that were bad, how to try and put it right. Recruitment has been really the big aim, and making sure that we've tried to get the right players at the right price with value for money, which is in the current climate what we've been trying to do. So it's been looking at players and making sure they're the right type for us, really, between myself and Rich Hughes. It's been a lot of work done.
Yeah. There's some really exciting signings in that. You must have been delighted. I'll mention first Jamil Matt.
Yeah, I've been pretty steadfast in the type of player that I wanted this season, because, you know, I want us to try and get promoted this year, and we've had a lot of young development players, but this year I felt I wanted some players that were rich in experience, and not years but games played, success, playoffs, promotions, physical presence, and that was what I wanted, to be able to, for me to do the best job I can this season, and we've managed to do that.
Yeah, you mentioned that physical presence. It's something that you probably haven't had since Christian Deutsch left. Does this mean there will be a change in style of your play at all? Because you've got a 6'4" beanpole up front.
No, I don't think that the style of play is an issue. We try and play what's on. You know, now if you've got a 6-foot centre forward, then what happens is, when there's any kind of pressure, players get obsessed with trying to whack the ball to him, and that becomes easy for the opposition to deal with. And it's what it's about is picking the right option. Now, if we get into a good area of the pitch where we can put the ball on his head with a chance of him scoring or correct, of course we're going to do it. But it gives us that added weapon now of being able to ask a different question.
Yeah. Predominantly a young squad again, with some real exciting talent in there that are hopefully just going to get better.
That's right. We have that development side to it, but we also have, like I've just mentioned, some players we've signed. Luke McGee played a lot of games, 24, good experience, played in front of big crowds at Portsmouth, knows what it takes. Kane Wilson, very young, but had good experience. Tranmere and Exeter, played in good teams. Been on the bench in the Premier League for West Brom. Dan Sweeney, 6'4", can play centre back, can play midfield, knows what it takes. Jamil Matt, you know, played in the playoff final last year for Newport. Nicky Cadden, left-footed, exciting player. You know, so I've missed anyone there.
I think you've done them all.
Jordan Moore-Taylor,
yeah,
captain of Exeter for.
Yeah. How can we miss him?
Yeah. Left foot, great left foot, aggressive. You know, was a big signing for MK Dons and helped them get promoted year before last back into League One. So, and then with that we have some of the young ones we've brought in Jake Young, Jack Evans, people like that that add to the group.
Yeah, I know you're not big on captains as such, but looking at some of those names you've just mentioned, there's people like Winnie as well. You've probably got a big choice to make for captain. You've got a lot of captains there.
Yeah, we've got 5 or 6 there that could easily be a captain. You know, what we need is that group to look after the changing room and make sure there's no shenanigans going on that shouldn't be, and then they control the changing room and make sure that things are done properly.
Yeah. Are you pretty much done and dusted now with your squad? You've got it done early?
Yeah, I think we might do 1, maximum 2 more, but they'll be to supplement the squad, really, because at the moment, in my eyes, we have 19 outfield players that I want to use. There's a couple in there that won't be used. So in my mind, that there's 19 outfield players and 2 goalkeepers. So if we probably get 1 more, takes us to 20 outfield. Two
Yeah.
goalkeepers, 22. It's a good number, but what we have to remember, Ash, is with the condensed season that we're going to have, there's a game near enough every 4 days. So it's going to be about recovery and making sure that that squad has the durability to last and play Saturday, Tuesday.
Yeah. COVID testing this week and phased returns. I sense Forest Green a little bit ahead of the game on this week. A lot of clubs haven't started yet.
No, we've obviously been waiting for guidelines from the EFL, and it's constantly evolving. Our latest guideline is we have to have 3 tests during pre-season, which I'm not sure gives you, you could get it at any time in between that, but that's what the EFL want, and we have to have 5 days non-contact. So we've had 1 already, non-contact training, so we had 1 yesterday, there'll be 1 today. COVID testing tomorrow, Friday, Saturday, then we can start full on Monday.
Yeah, it'll be lovely to get back out on the grass. And talking of the grass, you're on the grass. I'm obviously not allowed on the grass, but how pleased are you with the surface so far?
Yeah, obviously we were a couple of weeks later than we should have been in terms of starting with the situation that is around us. But it looks really good. We've had a lot of work done on it, and it's been seeded properly and drainage. So we're hopeful we're going to have the pitch the standard of pitch that is required this year. Yeah.
Finally, just one more from me. I want to mention Jordan Stevens and his progression, and it's earned Forest Green a nice 6-figure fee. I know you're not going to tell me the fee, but talk me through Jordan and how pleased you must be to see him go to a club like Leeds United, and now he's a Premier League player.
Yeah, Jordan was one that we saw playing school football. He came straight into my group from school. Missed out the academy and the scholarship. He came straight into our group, and from pre-season we took him into the group. We worked with him, and I think he played a handful of games, didn't he? Yeah. And we got a brilliant deal from Leeds. We got a real lump sum up front, and I put some clauses in there that enabled us to earn money as Leeds progress and as the player progresses. So we've been cheering Leeds on from a distance, and obviously they've got there, and we get a nice lump sum from that. And Jordan's a Premier League player now, and they really like him. Bielsa really likes Jordan, and I'm sure next season's a big one for him. Whether they keep him or loan him to a Championship club for next season remains to be seen.
And it is lovely, really, Mark, when you think about it. Your father, a legend at Leeds. You signed Liam Kitchen from Leeds, so there are these nice links between the clubs.
Yeah, I mean, you look at and in our recruitment, when we sign the younger players, that they realise there's a real chance that they come and play an amount of games for us, they can be sold. Christian Deutsch, we took from non-league. Ethan Pinnock, you watch him playing now for Brentford. He looks as though he's played there every since he was a boy. Reece Brown. So there is a pathway, Jordan, for young boys to come and play some games and go and earn a real good living.
Thank you.